You're listening to MarceyLynn once again on WNHH LP 103.5 FM, your home for community radio.
Hello, happy Thursday. It's another Thursday. And guess what? It's my birthday week. All the exciting things that I've been doing. Thank you all for your birthday wishes. I'm looking so forward to the rest of the week. I have a lot of things going on, but today I really want to explain to you how near and dear this program that we have every year, because especially because it's the 50th year and I'm turning 52. I haven't been around that long, but I have been around for these programs, and it is always the way that I end the celebration of my life. And it is our 50th annual Connecticut People's World Black History Month event. Now, we've had some small events here in Connecticut and some small events here in New Haven, but this is the one largest event, and I'm going to be like really, really excited because our title this year, our theme this year is Black Voices for Peace, Gaza to Connecticut. And those of you that know what's going on, and those of you that don't know what's going on, voices are being heard. People are in pain. And today, I'm going to start my show out with my near and dear friend and mentor, Joelle Fishman, giving us some history of the 50 years of this program, how it started, and some other things. And I really look forward to hearing the history because I haven't heard it yet. So this is something really, really exciting for all of you. Again, I hope Harry gets well soon. I miss my engineer. Thank you, Miss Nora, for helping him out and getting me on from home. Joelle Fishman. How you doing, Joelle?
Oh, Marcy, happy birthday to you. A very happy birthday from all of us to you. I'm thrilled to be here. I always enjoy projects with you and being on your show. It's a joy. Yeah.
I thank you, and I really appreciate it, and I'm honored when you do come because our schedules, so we're two ships passing in the night, but at the same time working in the same lane. So I really appreciate when you do take out the time to spend with me. So tell me where we started, where we were, where we are.
It's a story to tell. It's a very exciting story to tell. And when I think about 50 years, and we didn't used to say this was the first year, the second year, and all that, but Delzenia Henry, who was very involved in, and she passed away. She was very involved in these programs for a whole number of years. And when she became involved, she said, wait a minute, this is really remarkable what we're doing. We have to mark it by the year. And if it wasn't for Delzenia, we wouldn't even know that this is our 50th year, a big deal to recognize and celebrate. And it all started in the People's Center. The People's Center itself is a living piece of Black history, and it's on the African American Freedom Trail. It was instrumental in breaking down segregation in the 1930s and 40s in New Haven, and it's been on the forefront of all racial and economic and social justice and peace issues, labor issues ever since it was founded in 1937. So it's in the People's Center that the whole story begins. And it begins with reflecting upon G. Carter Woodson, who was the founder. At that time, it was called Negro History Week. It was the jargon of the day. And he chose the week in between Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass birthdays. Yes, and his vision was, of course, as we all know, every day is Black history. But in the reality, it was being ignored, it was being distorted, it was being lied. And so he had this idea that if there was a specific week when it would be uplifted, maybe it could grow from there. And it has. And now, of course, it was African American History Month, Black History Month. And so, of course, we know it's the whole year. So his vision has been very important. And his vision, when you think about it today, we talk about teaching Black history in the public schools because it's essential to U.S. history. And in Florida and the MAGA folks, they're trying to erase our history. And Black History Month is so important because it understands
they really are.
Slavery, the legacy of slavery, and the freedom struggle that's ongoing now. And Yale University came out with its report, but back in 2001, the Amistad Committee and the unions, they came out with this study all that long time ago. So Yale has a lot more that it has to account for. But that's a little bit of an aside. From the beginning, we understood that Black History Month is for everybody because we all learn and we all benefit. And as the Black freedom struggle rises, we all rise together. And so we've tried to capture that.
Yes.
I remember we started out with films. We had a film series. I think there were 4 films. I don't remember what they were. I didn't have a chance to research it. I was going to. But I remember Jimmy Jones bringing all his kids, and I don't remember if Malik was born yet at that time, to come and listen to watch those films. Every one of them. Wow. For some reason, that stood out to me because at the time he was the director of the Black Coalition in New Haven. And then we've always tried to connect to the struggles of today. This isn't something from the past, but we're building on the courage and the struggle and the tears and everything else to make new progress now. So that's how we've kind of framed what we're doing. And
it's also a reminder not to move backwards. It's also a reminder not to go backwards.
That's right. Absolutely. And boy, oh boy, is there a push to go backwards right now. And there's a push to divide us. So we try to see how we stay together. So we've had films, we've had speakers, we've had what does this say? I don't know. I have notes to myself. Oh, panels. We've had films, we've had speakers, we've had panels, the youth marches, the children's artwork, all kinds of different aspects that have kept on growing, and the creativity is just fantastic. And the creativity that you, MarceyLynn Jones, have contributed over the past number of years is just beautiful. And we've had.
I love decorating. I love decorating because whatever comes to me every year, and I just, it's just so exciting to see that, even in the energy from the decorations, you could tell people, are coming with positive energy, even though the struggles are hard.
That's right. That's right. That keeps us going. That inspires. So we've been at the People's Center, and we're coming back to the People's Center this year because of the historical. It's a little bit too small. And so a number of years ago, we began with the Youth March. We had the New Elm City Dream, and they said, well, we should have a youth march for Black history because they saw what was being planned. And at that time, Chaz Carman was collaborating. He was teaching at Troop School. So that's how that began. For a number of years, we went to Troop School with them after the march. The last march actually was in honor of Art Perlow, who had been very, very supportive and involved with these events. But we're back at then during the pandemic, we had to go virtual. But we didn't stop. We never missed a beat.
You did a good job. But listen, it was wonderful. I mean, I remember everybody talking about all the wires that were there, but I'm like, listen, we got it done. It came out beautifully.
Yeah. So I mentioned Delzenia Henry before, and after she passed away, and her mom was Virginia Henry, they were a beautiful team. Her mom was a steward in Local 35 at Yale. And Delzenia worked with the children at Quinnipiac Terrace. And then she worked at the Children's Center where Brian Jarawa Gray works. That was the original connection of Jarawa with this event. When Delzenia, because that's how he met Delzenia and knew this event. When Delzenia died on the job, she walked into work, she had a bad cold, she collapsed, and she never came out of it. She wasn't 50 yet. And Jarawa made a commitment, an annual commitment to this event, because we do honor Delzenia and Virginia with the arts and writing competition for.
Yeah, I've seen pictures. I know up in the office we have some pictures. I remember Art and I going through some old pictures and him, telling me who people were.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, so I know the name.
And then there was Dorothy Johnson, for many years was a leader of this Black History Month. And I remember that she taught us how to integrate more culture. By the time you came around, Marcy, we was already doing it. But she was showing, well, you have a speaker, but then you have to have a song, you have to have the children, you have to have this and that. And she helped to really expand and shape the programs. I hope she's able to come on Sunday. And then there's historians, African-American historians who have played a role through the years. One is Clifton Graves. Clifton Graves has been a judge in the competition. He's been on the panels. He's been a speaker. And I really want to give a huge shout out of appreciation to Clifton Graves. Yeah. And then there's Lewis Gordon. I'm sorry.
Nice. I'm sending an invite to him. I've sent a couple of invites, but he is enjoying his time. So whenever he has a chance, I'm hoping to get him on soon.
Yeah. And then there's Lewis Gordon, who now he was the first Black PhD in philosophy from Yale.
Oh.
And now he chairs the philosophy department up at UConn Stores. But and he's also a musician and whatnot. I remember one beautiful rendition. It was the theme was around. I think we were honoring W.E.B. Du Bois and Souls of Black Folk. And this book. He started out with a beat on the podium. He made us all, he figured out how to make us all feel the pain of the bottom of the slave ships. He started that way. It was incredible. Yes. And he was our speaker a couple of years ago, once again, during the pandemic.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
We've had Communist Party leaders. We've had Jarvis Tyner a couple of times. And then we had Zenobia Thompson. She came, she lived in Ferguson, Missouri when everything happened there. And she came here, she told about it, and she marched with us. That was amazing. And Mayor Toni Harp, she marched with us too. She stayed for the entire program one year and marched with us and all of that. We have that in the pictures. And of course, she's a history maker herself. So then the last little note I have here is some of the themes.
Yes.
So one of the themes was around teaching Black history in schools.
Yeah.
We had many themes on variations of voting rights, because voting rights is one of the huge battles that continues on. Gentrification and different rules and laws that make it more difficult for African Americans, people of color, poor people, disabled people, to vote, and because it's a more progressive. So we had stuff around when Obama became the first African American president. I mentioned W.E.B. Du Bois. We had historical figures, Paul Robeson. We had a couple of different times, and we put out a little pamphlet that we still have, The Tallest Tree in the Forest, Paul Robeson. And this on Sunday as people enter, we've made a video, and it's some of Black Voices for Peace. Paul Robeson was a giant in the peace movement and today. And so we have his music, and then we have historical pictures going through with him and Du Bois and Martin Luther King, Coretta Scott King, Angela Davis. I think everyone will enjoy it very, very much. So
yes.
We'll start showing that at 3:30, and that will end at 4 in time for the program as people are getting settled. And then we've highlighted the Freedom Riders on more than one occasion. And Lula White, which is the sister of Dorothy Johnson. And she was on a panel one year, and then later on, when we had another panel on the Freedom Riders, she was remembered after she passed away. And then we also had a panel one year with the Firebirds, with Ron Benson at that time was the president of the Firebirds. So we've had a variety of things that have gone on. We've had amazing renditions of Lift Every Voice and Sing, and other performances that you've helped to bring into the space. Yeah. So for me, what a highlight of the year.
Yeah, it's just amazing. The company that I keep because of you, the company that I'm able to keep because of you, and the things that I get to learn, and the history. There's so much history here that people don't get a chance to appreciate. And I know every time we have a program, we zone in on the things that actually happen and the factual things that people should know and should be encouraged by, and keep our feet to the ground. Definitely keep our head up. And just keep doing what we need to do to move forward instead of backwards, no matter how hard people push us to try to discourage us to move forward. So this is one of the programs that I just so appreciate, not only because it's around my birthday, but because it's in such a month where, it is something we can incorporate for the entire year. No matter what our theme is, no matter who our speaker is, it's something that you go back to and incorporate into your year. Even though we celebrate that month, like you said, Black History is every single day, and it's every single one of us, all cultures, and we all just need to know our history, good, bad, ugly, and possibly heal. It's part of the healing, it's part of the healing and moving on and sharing your story and finding people that need to be encouraged. So I implore people to definitely come out, on this weekend and celebrate with us, celebrate with us. It's on Sunday. It's at the People Center, our historic People Center. And I say our because I always consider the center our center at 37 House Street. It's a beautiful building. And, every time I go in, it's just such a warm feeling. It's like home. It's like home for me. I know it's definitely like home for you, but it's like home for you. It's just if you walk in, you'll know. And then the slideshow that she's mentioning that will be playing in the beginning, you want to catch a bit of that. So try to come before 4 so you can catch a bit of that. It's definitely going to be, it's eye-opening. And don't be afraid to come and ask questions before and after, because we're going to be able to find out history, not only of the center, but just Black history and history in general. Black history is American history, and we have to remember that. And this is one of the programs that I'm always so delighted to be part of, and I'm always, it's just like, it's a family for me. I mean, I know, we're a group of people and we're comrades, but it's a family. I love all my comrades. I love, our debates. I love people that have disagreements and work them out and listening to them work it out, and our panels have been awesome and amazing. And I just want to take a second to remember that, we incorporate the children in a competition that gives them a chance to have their voices heard. And every year, it's just the children, the things that I've seen them enter, it's just really a piece of them. And I always let them know, I said, this is going to be a part of your history forever. So just remember that you'll always be able to know that I won this award, or I submitted this piece of artwork for this thing. Make it part of your resume, because it's very important for people to know who you were as a youth, especially when you go off to college. Just something to put on your resume for college, even if you don't win the award specifically, but we do try to give everybody something. But winning this award is something that you can put on your resume for college. So it's part of your community work, and it's definitely community. So, is there anything else that you might want to mention before I mention? The flyer will be at the beginning of the show and the end of the show. So if you didn't see the flyer in the beginning, it will be shown at the end. There will be one or two more guests, and I'm looking forward to going into how each person has a different role, but the history had to come from you, and I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, I'm really honored and amazed that I was there from the very beginning of these 50 years.
Mm-hmm. Very
So
important.
I don't feel as old as I am chronologically.
No.
I still feel young.
Listen,
Hopefully my mind is
Listen.
still growing and
She runs circles around some of us, you guys. Listen, a lot of people know your history and know you in heart and Mama Edie and y'all, everything you do and have done. It's appreciated. It's appreciated. Some people just don't understand how you get the energy, but you get the energy because of the things that are right for people. And I know that because I'm hanging with you. So I know this is right. I need to be there. I might not feel good. I don't feel like doing it, but I have to because who else is going to do it? We got to get these kids up and running now.
We get the energy from each other.
But I thank you. I really, 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 really thank you for taking the time out to give us the history. And I can't wait to see you. And I love you. And I miss you. Go ahead.
Yeah, one thing on the current. I just wanted to say the panel is going to be very interesting. It's a workers' rights panel. And these are unions that have come out for a ceasefire. So they see their struggle here and they see how it connects. So that'll be quite interesting. And I'm really looking forward to Joe Sims. He's an outstanding speaker. He's captivating. He has an amazing personal history that we're going to get to find out about. And he has a wonderful fight and vision. So don't miss it.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to miss Joe. I can't wait to see him. I get to see him every once in a while. I saw him when we just had the program last year. I was able to see him briefly because I couldn't stay, but just being able to see him. I don't get to see him as much as I used to. I used to be able to just jump and go in New York, but now with the baby, it's kind of like, I can't see Joe. He's here,
And also, you get to sing happy birthday to Marcy at the end of the show. So I'm done now.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday to me.
Thank you so much.
I'm just excited just to be breathing. It's just so good. And thank you so much, Joelle. I love you, and I will see you soon.
See you Sunday. Okay.